Understand that we all make regrets, and understand that we all get upset. Understand that we have gotten upset to the point where our temper has gotten unleashed. Who wants to live that way? Nobody wants to experience that, and nobody wants to put someone else through that. Or at least a person in their, at least a common mindset, that's the definite truth. Nobody wants to be that person, but sometimes we can't help it. We just unleash it. It's not the right thing to do, but society is not perfect. And after we learn to forgive ourselves and to forgive the people around us, our parents, people close to us, our partners, anybody, then we will learn to be stronger people. We will learn to tackle greatest obstacles. We will stop comparing ourselves to other people, and we will learn that we all have the same challenges. I think it was Oprah that once said, all pain is the same. We all go through pain, and as soon as we experience that pain, everyone is experiencing that pain. Not the whole world, but we've all experienced what pain is like. Somebody says something horrible to you, you experience pain. That's what every single person on earth goes through, especially if they still got human in them, especially if they still got soul in them. It's something everyone experiences, and that pain, that feeling of pain, is experienced for every single person. You can sit with it, you can dwell on it, you can cry about it, you can forget like it's not happening, you can push it down, you can suffer from an addiction because you don't want to feel that pain. Because each one of us are creative individuals. Each one of us is different, and each one of us is going to deal with our problems in a different way. And that's okay. We're all going to make mistakes. We're all going to be doing something that we normally wouldn't do because we're experiencing pain. It's something that is not our ideal. It's something that we don't want to accomplish, or it's something we don't want to do. But sometimes we do what we usually wouldn't do because of pain. And that is something that everybody goes through. Pain is not ideal, but pain is something that everybody has to suffer from. And pain is something that everyone experiences, and it's equal. Persevering through pain is not an easy challenge. Some people are a little better at doing it than others, and that's why some people accomplish things more than others. Some people work just as hard and they don't accomplish anything, and they wonder why. How come I'm still experiencing so much pain and suffering? No matter how hard I try. Some people even want to give up, and they just think their life is going to be filled with pain all the time. But we all share the same pain. Your pain is my pain. When you walk around and you see someone starving, begging you for change, not doing so well, that's pain on both ends. We all share that pain. We all share that energy. It's all viral. It's all mainstream. It's all the same problems. There's no one out there who truly feels desensitized by it, even though we try our best to be desensitized by it. Do you understand what I mean? Do you understand what I'm trying to say by this? Everybody goes through pain, and it all hurts a lot. The amount of pain that we experience, it's unbearable. It's unimaginable. It's really harsh. Some people are good at dealing with it, and some people have some trouble. But the thing is that we all experience it, and it feels the same. If somebody says a hurtful word to you, and somebody says a hurtful word to me, we're both going to be feeling the exact same amount of pain, even if we look exactly different, even if it's completely opposite scenarios or circumstances. Once we hear a bad word, or a bad phrase, or a bad saying, or somebody trying to hurt our feelings, and you're saying it to one person, and you're saying it to another, we're all experiencing that pain. We're just having different reactions to it. Maybe I'm going to look like I'm a little less bothered by it, but I'm going through exactly whatever the other person is going through. And that's just the truth. And same with the other person. The other person might be angry and they might want to get physical. Another person might just stay quiet. Another person might do something about it. Another person might want to get into politics and be a leader. But what I'm trying to say is, as soon as you try to give someone this pain, it's all the same pain. And if we can't work together as a society to understand that, then it's going to be really hard. But I'm just trying to explain from my own life experience as motivation. I learned that it's all the same. We're all the same. we're all creative, and we're all different, and we're all going to deal with life in different ways. Sometimes we deal with life and other people around you aren't finding it acceptable. Sometimes you're dealing with life and you're being applauded, because we're all creative, unique individuals. Each one of us are our own heaven, our own angels. I hope that you can take what I've said in this video and really apply it to your life. Really learn something from this about pain, about motivation, about choice, decision making, and affirmations. Understanding that just because we're on a pedestal, just because we're on a platform, we're no different from anyone else. We're all special. That's why when we see people being courageous, when we see people being courteous, when we see people doing something amazing with our lives, we applaud them, because we wish that we can be in that situation. We feel inspired, and we don't want to bring them down. We don't want to make them feel upset, because they are the exact same person as you, but for some reason, they are there. And to a lot of people, they just find that brilliant and incredible. Why do we live in a world of hate? Why is there so much hate in the world? That's a mystery that can't be solved. But the truth is that it's there. And every day as a society, we are trying to solve these mysteries and do something about it. People can blame the fact that it's a choice of an individual. People can blame the fact that it's the choice of something supernatural. But the truth is that there is something there that is trying to make society separated from each other, that is trying to make us not work together, that is trying to make us experience more pain than joy and love. And the people who are trying to persevere and live in the future, be into the future, they're not suffering more, they're not suffering less, we're all suffering as people. It's all about forgiveness and decision making and affirmations and what you choose to put into your brain. As I mentioned before, you can take what I'm saying and think it's complete bogus, but the reason why I decided to make this video, the reason why I decided to speak from my heart, is because I know people are going to be listening to this. I know people are going to be hearing this, and I know that I'm going to be reaching out to many people. And I know that when we can live in a world where people understand that gym motivation, mental health, mental clarity, focus, training, peace, love, happiness, all these feelings of joy that we all want to experience with affirmations and good taste and understanding who we can look up to, understanding we're all the same, and the person made different choices to persevere from you, and they have a smile on your face, and that's what's making them stand out and be a little different. As long as we learn to understand unity, and we learn to unite ourselves instead of separating ourselves, we're going to be there too. Each one of us is going to be on that platform. Each one of us will be applauded for our achievements. Each one of us is going to be in that position where we did overcome obstacles and we did make our lives better. And that's what society wants, and that's what the leaders of our society wants. Don't listen to anything that tells you any different. I'm not sure why all that's there. Maybe it's not even a human reason. Maybe they're robots or aliens or something. I'm not sure what takes the humanism out of people, but the humanism for the majority of us is still there. And when we see people being admired and being applauded, we all know that we're thinking inside, I can be that person someday too. I want to have courage just like them. And there's no way any of us need to go against each other. The more we support each other, the more we understand unity, forgiveness, it's fine. And people are living in denial. And that's a topic that a lot of people want to talk about. Denial, because we want to cover the pain. We don't want to experience pain. I know people have a problem with hair removal, for example, because they don't want to deal with the pain of getting it all yanked out. It's just no pain, no gain. You got to experience a little bit of pain sometimes in order to grow. And you have to understand that with pain, we all experience it the same. And everyone just has a different reaction to it, because we're all creative, unique individuals. And as long as we keep being inspired by the people we find inspiring to us, one day we will all be there. One day we will all be achieved. One day we will all be applauded, and we will all be rewarded for our accomplishments. Maybe right now you might not feel like you've been rewarded for anything, but you just gotta keep at it. You just gotta learn to smile and forgive and love, and you will be rewarded for everything. And the sooner you get onto this path, the better it is for you. We've all went down a negative road. We've all went down a negative path. And we've all made mistakes that are foolish. I look at some people and I think they're making mistakes that I've made when I was very young. I can't believe they didn't learn anything from all this. And I feel so strange about it all. But at the same time, it's because we're all experiencing pain differently. We're all in a process to learn how to heal ourselves, how to forgive ourselves. Because if we give up, it's a problem for everybody in our society. And who wants that? That's not progression. That's not moving forward. We made mistakes. If there's corruption out there, and corruption wanted to get into the minds of people, it's going to succeed. It's going to work. Any sort of negative projects we've had in our life has been successful because the corruption is there. You just have to allow that to challenge yourself. Am I going to persevere through this? Am I going to get through this? Am I going to be alright? If you're saying, no, that's not me, I'm not going to be alright, I'm not going to make it, I'm way too guilty to do anything to persevere, then that's why there is a society of hate. Because there's a lot of people out there that is going to say, yes, I made some mistakes, I forgive myself, and I want to move on. I want a normal life. I want things to go back to the way they were. But that's why I made this video. Do we really need that battle? Do we really need people saying, no, I'm way too guilty, I'm not going to make it, and I'm going to make it a challenge for everyone around me? Or do we need more people saying, yes, I'm going to push through, I'm going to push forward, and I'm going to make different decisions? We don't have to have this separation in society, but it's there. Anyways, I hope you all enjoyed my video. I hope you learned something from this, and I hope that whatever decisions you've made in your life, you learn to reflect on the fact that the pain that you have suffered is in the past. Pain is gain. The more gain, the better you are to deal with it, to the point where you will be applauded. There's a lot of negativity out there. There's a lot of corruption out there. There's a lot of bad out there. And I can't just sit here and say, who cares about it? Just move on, because that type of mentality is what gets attacked more, I feel like. If I have a who cares mentality, they're going to do everything in their power to make sure that I should care about a problem that isn't mine. And that's really harsh, and that's really bad. But as I mentioned before, as long as we keep pushing forward, as long as we understand unity and love, and go through it as a society, we will learn that when we see someone getting applauded, when we see someone getting appreciated, and when we see someone's determination, and we see someone's hard work being rewarded and accepted, that's going to inspire us to do better.